Hi everyone, this is Dalene Barton from naturalfertilityinfo.com. I hope today finds all of you well. I'm going to cover some more information on Nutritive Fertility Infusions. I know a lot of you liked my Nutritive Pregnancy Preparation Tonic video as well as the recipe, and a lot of you like to incorporate infusions into your natural fertility program. There's been quite a few questions on how you actually figure out measurements, what to choose, having an overall goal and vision for what you want this infusion to do for your body. So I'm just going to cover those a little bit and show you how to blend the herbs with basic measurement, and let's get started. So you're going to want to choose herbs that meet these sorts of guidelines. So ones that are nutritive and have a lot of vitamins and minerals. You're going to want to choose ones that are water soluble, so that means that their medicinal properties are easily extracted into water. Water soluble plants are easily digested and absorbed by the body and often have a flushing action and aid in digestion. So we want to think of things that are water soluble. You may need to do your research to figure out if the herb is water soluble or not. You need to have an overall goal as well. So before even choosing the herbs, I came up with a recipe today, and I will let you know my goal. Before you choose, when you're at the store, for instance, say you're looking at all the herbs, you're going to want to see too if they are organic. So something to think about. Do your research prior to even going to the store or purchasing online, making sure that you have a goal. So the vision for the tonic that I was going to do today, the nutritive infusion, is that it's going to increase my nutrition, it's going to support my liver, which is going to support hormonal balance, or maybe it supports hormonal balance by its phytoestrogen properties, by protecting my body from chemical pollution and xenohormones. It's going to aid in digestion and increase circulation and tone the uterus. So I came up with a simple thing. If you like to purchase herbs, you'll probably notice that you open your cupboard and you have this all these baggies and jars of herbs. When you're going to make an infusion, I find it a lot easier, rather than getting out this whole hoard of herbs every time, is just making a blend really quickly when I get home and putting it in a big mason jar. If you don't have a big mason jar right away, you could use a Ziploc bag or a paper bag. You just have to consider a Ziploc bag is plastic, and which contains some xenoestrogens, and then you also have to consider with paper bag that your herbs are going to become more stale quicker. So I prefer just a big glass mason jar. They're a great investment. They last for a really long time. Okay, so the herbs that I chose today are red raspberry leaf, lemon balm, peppermint, dandelion, marshmallow root, red clover. So I wrote out a recipe. I had my goals. I picked out my herbs. 1 part red raspberry leaf for uterine toning and support. It's also very nutritive. 1 part red clover. Protects my body from xenoestrogens, increases cervical mucus. It's also very nutritive and supports liver and kidney health, so that's supporting hormonal balance. 1 part lemon balm. I choose lemon balm because it aids in stress support and is very nourishing and relaxing to the nervous system. 1/2 part peppermint aids in digestion, and it really makes the flavor very nice. And then 1/2 part a dandelion leaf. Dandelion leaf supports liver health. It's very high in nutrition as well. And then 1/4 part marshmallow root. And marshmallow root supports mucous membranes and is balancing to the astringency of the raspberry leaf. So supports cervical mucus and all of our mucous membranes so that they're healthy and they can function properly. So let's get started. I am not a stickler in infusions about measurement. I know a lot of you want to know about that. So let's start. I have 1 part red clover. So I got my red clover here, and I am just going to pour in what I think would be a part. Then I shake it down. And one thing that's nice about big mason jars is that they have lines. I don't know if you can see that on the side, but it has lines, and you can use those lines as a guideline. So I filled it up about that full. And then I also have 1 part red raspberry. So I'm going to take my red raspberry, get it all tied. And red raspberry is very fluffy and it's kind of a hard herb to control. So I like to get a scoop for this herb. Because it is fluffier, it can be hard to measure. It's a lot denser. But I'm just going to make that part, because they're both 1 part, I'm just going to make them equal. Now, when you have a root like marshmallow root, the weight is different. So I like to use less because it's more dense and compact when it's a root. And then if I feel like I don't have enough of one herb, like I see, oh, the red raspberry or the red clover, I would like a little bit more, I'm just going to add more. Just so you think they're kind of equal. Because they're so nutritive and water soluble, it's not, mad science. You don't have to be exact with this. Just some general measurement. What else do I have here? I have 1 part lemon balm. Lemon balm has really become one of my new favorites this year. It's been so helpful for aiding in definite stress support. Whenever I feel jittery or just like, ooh, my day is just, I have a lot going on today. How can I support my nervous system and calm myself down? Lemon balm is your go-to herb for that. 1/2 part peppermint. Okay, so because we had 1 part of these other herbs, you're going to use half the amount that you used of those 1 parts. So half the amount you used of the lemon balm measurement. And the glass jar really makes it nice because you can see how high up you went. Shake it out. Now, I don't have that much dandelion leaf. I hope I have a 1/2 part. It doesn't look like I'm going to. So I might not be able to do that, but it's definitely in there. And that's what's fun about infusions, is you can just mix and blend and see how, what you have. Go to the store, buy some herbs, try them out, taste them. Then I have my 1/4 part marshmallow root. So I'm pretty much just going to cover the top of this. Now say you want to fill your jar up all the way. You definitely need to leave at least 1 inch room so that you can mix it up. If you fill it all the way to the very brim, you're not going to be able to stir it and shake it all up. So something to think about. Okay, so I see that I have, you know, a little bit of red clover left. This is what I mean where I'm real relaxed about blending these infusions because, you know, they're so nutritive, it's not really going to matter. So I'm just going to add the rest of the red clover. I'm going to add the rest of the lemon balm. And voila, I'm done. So then you're going to put a lid on. And you're going to want to shake it up a little bit. And when I'm done shaking and stirring, that's what I also like to have this spoon for. You know, get down there and stir them all together. And after I'm done doing that, I will be right back. Okay, so once you have that all blended up, now you can just store it in your cupboard. And then whenever you want to make yourself an infusion, and I recommend, I like to drink an infusion every day. Maybe that's not practical for you, especially if you're doing the 21-day fertility diet challenge and you're doing smoothies or you're doing a fresh juice every day. This might be a little bit too much. So maybe 1 to 2 quarts a week, 3 if you can, or, you know, 3 cups daily. So you're just going to get a quart mason jar and you're just going to scoop some of your infusion mixture that you made out, and this is 1/4 cup. I like to put a 1/2 cup, a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of your mixture. You're going to put boiling water in this. You're going to cap it tightly. You're going to shake it. And you're going to let it sit there for, depending on what herbs you chose. If you have ones that have a lot of tannins or taste really strong, maybe just a 1/2 hour to an hour, then you're going to strain it and drink a cup right away, or store the rest in the refrigerator. If you let your tea cool to room temperature, then you can add this Alive Bee Power Royal Jelly, which I know a lot of you like. You just get a scoopful, say a teaspoon, and just mix it in with your tea for a nice flavor and added fertility hormonal balance, nutritional benefits. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope that all of you enjoy infusions. Give us some recipe tips. Share them in our recipe section at the Natural Fertility Community or on the 21-Day Fertility Diet Challenge. I love infusions. They're very nourishing to the body. They support our body systems. They support our organ health, our blood. They detoxify and cleanse. They also hydrate. So if you have any tips for me or questions, please let us know. Have a wonderful day.